Yes, lads, I'm recording this one mainly because I had a battle close to the end versus a Baron where I felt like I'd missed too much. So this is not really to showcase much other than stuff for me to watch so I can improve, because I find my accuracy with my A is just not 100%, and you know, it needs to be. It's the whole point of Crystal Sky. Well, I could clearly see that they were both here, so I didn't rush forward, I rushed back instead. Got a good bit of damage on this Baron. Managed to follow up with a decent bit of damage on this Celeste. But of course they can do a lot of damage to me too, because we're all flimsy as fuck at level 1. I didn't think she was going to keep pressing, or I would have gone for target lock there. But like they were ahead on the farm from early because I was hiding in the bush, so I knew I had to catch up on the minions. Already you can see their wave is twice the size of mine. And I should have really gotten a kill here if he didn't push them away. But he was a good captain, so I'm not going to blame him for that. But that push was not necessary. I did die before anyone else. And it should be coming up now in a second. Here's my mistake. I see the Cruel, believe it or not. And a B to there, and it took away my ability to escape. It was just the wrong button, lads. That's all it was. But from there, good things came. Let's see how our Cruel is doing. Our Cruel is doing fine. He's taking their jungle, coming up behind, which is risky early, but only because the team has a Cruel themselves, so it's not like he has any huge advantage here. You know, if it was a laner and a captain, he might have a good chance. But so, I was eager to make up for my early death. Well, not really. I thought I was doing alright. Oh, Jesus. A fart would have killed her. Did she recall straight away? Yeah. And our Cruel went AFK here for like a minute, and I was just thinking, oh well, here's another 5-minute surrender with AFK. But I thought I was outside of the range of that stun, but obviously not. Cruel is still AFK. Don't really blame him for that. I mean, we both thought this Cruel was just giving up. So we're having to both take bigger risks than we want. And I'm trying to clear the lane with crystal power, which is just not as good as weapon power, but still, it can be done. And our Cruel is back to life. And did I get this kill? No, I did not. Now at this point I'm asking our Cruel to go back to the jungle, because we have the lane pretty steady. Or at least their Cruel is in the lane, so he should be taking their jungle. That's what I think. And in fairness to him, he did as we asked, so good Cruel. Stayed in the lane longer than I wanted him to, but at the same time, He probably wanted to make up for being AFK for like a minute there. Something I need to get out of the habit of doing is using B first on Cruel to create space. And I'd used A instantly, and then used B like a second after. I would have been doing damage while creating space. But just the first thing you think of when Cruel is near you is get the fuck away. I do my best to protect him here. He's just taking heavy risks here. Nice kill, Cruel. Really wasn't expecting that. That's a miss right there. That's a total miss. He needs to be careful here. That's good going for it. Cool. B just to get out of the way of that thing. Well, you are really putting yourself in a bad spot here, buddy. Oof. Still not quite doing enough crystal damage. I have Book of Eulogies because I'm in the lane. And he has a shield early, so it makes a difference. So I spotted that, and I think on my first... no, I already have it. Was a Piercing Shard. But still not enough to cut through what looks like a heavy shield, kinetic shield. I still don't think I've gotten a kill yet, but I've set up plenty, which is fine. Game's pretty even at the minute. They have a slight lead on gold. I thought before I went home I would clear that, and my reflex block was on, well, at the time probably 13 seconds delay. Not that I'm the best in the world for using reflex block, but I definitely would have blocked that. We lost this turret rather easily, I thought, considering we have a Cruel and a lance there. But And we've got a death. I think I got a kill there. I was going for this Cruel, believe it or not. He's not the scariest bastard enough. But when they're close to each other, I cannot commit, especially with lane minions in the way. Still there waiting for me, huh? No. Okay. Finally got a kill. We're really taking some risks about it early. It's almost like he gave up on this team. I see that a lot from captains when just someone's not getting a kill when they think they should. They just kind of go almost kamikaze, but he played well in the end. Orcrul is doing some nice things over here, taking their jungle. Sorry, but that was too obvious. And if I'm guessing, Orcrul waited to see... Oh no, he didn't. But if he had waited to see that their jungler was in the lane, he could have gone for that Crystal Sentry. But that's okay. Cruel, got Celeste, and tried my it took me way too long to get this Baron. I was not happy with myself here. It took me too long to do this. Hide in this little spot here where the turrets don't get you. And then I realized our Cruel had taken aggro of the turret, so went for the turret kill. And I decided this was not worth the fight. Especially being as, well, I didn't need to run because I was dead anyway. That's a nice shot from Celeste. That's a miss, but how do I say it, lads? I mean, that's a great stun. But he's too weak to fight. Here I come. What do I have? I decided to go for Frostburn first, and I skipped out on the I skipped the Dragon's Eye this match because the team is relatively squishy. So I thought just more abilities and being able to slow them was more important than dealing more damage over prolonged fights, because I didn't really see any of the fights being too prolonged. And I had no captain to build stacks off of. Like, if the enemy had an Arden, you can build your stacks off him pretty easy. I decided not to do that this match. And I went for my final build. Of course, had Spellfire for Cruel, for the enemy Cruel, to counter his natural healing. And it took me a while to get Aegis, but I didn't really think I needed to upgrade it too quickly this match. We had a bad spell this next fight, I think. It very well could have been my fault. Walk to the shop, not away from it. I seen them here. I thought they were coming up behind me. But no, I'm stunned by everything. And there's not enough defense in the world that's going to get you away from that. So then we lose Lance, who was only trying to do the right thing. And, Cruel, I must say, you took way too long. Right? You took too long. It's all well and good to get your jungle, but when there's 3 in the lane like that, you gotta come over a bit quicker. How did I react? Trying to get close to them. I knew he was there. Did not know she was there. Those were all misses, but I was aware of Baron's ult coming, so I used B to get 4, and that was a nice melt of the team right there. I probably should have pushed that turret. They would have gotten that Kraken without me. So I sold my book, and I have Broken Myth for Baron, and also Celeste, and also Cruel. But the first player I noticed to have shield was Baron, so... What's up, Mike?
There we go.
How's things? Alright. Jeez, I don't mind this, you know. I don't mind this.
Fucking hot inside your car.
Oh, in the car, yeah, 100%. Really don't have the health for this fight. I think this is the fight where I thought I should have done better against him. No, it's not. I was happy enough to go home. A lot of gold to spend here. Want a beer? Huh?
Remember Kim, right?
Do I?
Tim Doherty.
No, I don't think so.
She was working with Butcher Shop for a while.
She's what?
She used to live upstairs from Matthew Market.
I don't really remember now. Why? What's...
She's back from Alaska.
Alright. I might go and see her. Well, I will be going down at some stage. I will be going down at some stage. See you in a bit, bud. Just trying to get the right positioning here. So, couldn't get target lock on her, but I could slow her with range and with a frostbow. I'm not happy with myself for this fight. I should not have gotten away from me there. And see, again, Lance is knocking him away. Should have stunned him first. I didn't really need to do that, did I? But here we go. I think I made up for it here. Fucking Lance, you got it. Right, that was my problem. It wasn't my aim. It was he was just knocking him back before he was stunning him. I had to go home here. Way too little health. So that one wasn't my fault. I'm glad I got to rewatch this and see that. I would have had him killed if it wasn't for Lance's knockback. Whatever that ability is called. Lance is hard to use. Hard to use, right? I thought overall his cap was pretty good, but he did that a few times. Here. That took me too long. Probably shouldn't use health fast because I knew I was going home anyway, but... Oh no, I decided to clear the jungle because I used that. I felt like I had to justify using it. And I can see that Celeste is not coming down because I have my vision here. Lance is trying his hardest to get some gold here, but he doesn't have any damaging. He can do no damage. That's not his fault. I mean, he built a really nice, supportive build. So, I managed to get out of this alive. Just barely dodged that by the whiskers on Sky's chin, if she has any. So I was not going to rejoin the fight, but I did go home and got myself another crystal infusion. And I'm at full build. It's not my normal full build, but I consider this to be a squishy team, so I didn't think Dragon's Eye was going to help me much. I'm just going to go for individual kills, slows, stop heals, and shield pierce. I thought that was my best bet. Surprised I didn't get this kill, but okay. Not that it matters. I went for this Baron. Again, this Baron was nice and mobile, you know. So, Again, if it wasn't for Clockwork, I don't think I would have gotten this kill. And this is the surrender here. I don't blame the team for surrendering. They played well. I thought it was a good game. Cruel was probably the weakest link. Despite her bad record, I don't think Celeste was the reason they lost. Although it was double laners. Double crystal laners. And Cruel, I fear his ult more than I fear his basic attacks for whatever reason, so for me Aegis was the easy choice.